my wonderful friends and family. Hope everyone is keeping well and staying safe. We're making a Jamaican style Easter bun. Many years ago, I was introduced to this delicious, addictive bun by one of my dearest Jamaican friends. Ever since, it's been one of my favorites, especially around the Easter holiday. I have my pan on the stove, medium heat. I'm adding some sugar and some water. The original recipe calls for molasses and browning, and I don't have either one in my pantry, so I'm making some homemade browning. Give it a quick stir, and I'm adding some lemon juice. This will prevent crystallization. You can also use lime, vinegar, or any kind of tart. I'm going to stir it one more time to mix up the lemon juice, then I'm going to leave it to caramelize. And just a quick heads up, if you're planning to make homemade browning, it will create some smoke. So you may want to have the stove fan on or keep a door or window open. And guys, this don't take long. As soon as the water boils out, the sugar will start caramelizing and you will notice the color changing to golden, then brown, then dark brown. When it gets to the dark brown, take the heat off. You don't want it to get too dark, otherwise it will burn. This looks good here. I will turn the stove off and let it cool down. And if it gets too dark, quickly add some water to stop the cooking process. Also, if the consistency is too thick, you can add some water to thin it. Next, we'll combine all the dry ingredients. I'm sieving some all-purpose flour. I'm adding baking powder, baking soda, salt, ground cinnamon, allspice, cardamom. Sieve them in, and then I'm going to grate some nutmeg. Nutmeg has a strong and distinct flavor, but very pleasant aroma. Now we're going to whisk all these together, make sure they are well combined. Then I'm going to add some dried fruits. I have some raisin, red and green cherries, and a pinch of lemon zest. And guys, you want to have some patience and mix this well until all the dry fruits are well coated with the flour. This will help when baking so all the fruit doesn't sink to the bottom of the bun. And as always, all the ingredients with the measurements will be listed in the description box. This is good. I'll set it aside and work on the wet ingredients. And now on to the good stuff, guys. I have 1 can of Guinness Stout. I'm gonna open it and pour into my mixing bowl. Then I'm gonna add some brown sugar. I like to use the brown sugar instead of the granulated sugar because the brown sugar retains some molasses flavor. Then I'm gonna go in with some honey, vanilla extract, and some melted butter. You wanna whisk this up well until the sugar is melted. Next, I'm gonna add 2 eggs. I love these buns so much. I used to trade dal puri with my friend for it. And again, you wanna whisk this up well. You want these guys to interact with each other. I wonder what the egg will say to the Guinness. I'm sorry guys, I'm just trying to have some fun whilst I'm baking. Everything should be well blended. Now we can start adding the dry ingredients. But I need a bigger sized bowl, so I'll transfer the mixture first. You want to gradually add the dry ingredients and keep mixing as you go. It smells amazing, guys, kind of like pungent but aromatic. And many of these spices are not only aromatic, but they're also healthy for us. I'm adding some more of the dry ingredients and I'm going to keep churning and folding. Now you want to try to get all the flour coated dried fruits well coated with the batter. You don't want to have any white flour spots on the cake after baking. The batter is coming together nicely. Now we can add our browning. And the amount of browning will depend on how light or how dark you want your bun. You want to also gradually and slowly pour the browning and keep mixing until you achieve that color you're looking for. The browning came out good. I like the color. I usually stock up on these things, but since COVID I don't go out too often. But it works out for good. I get to show you guys how I make it at home. You want the batter to be on the thinner side. It should be more like a dense texture after baking. This looks perfect. And now we can pour into our baking pan. I already greased with non-stick baking spray. And you want to leave at least 1 inch space above to allow the cake to rise and don't overflow. And I'm adding some more maraschino cherries for decoration and taste. Hope they don't sink at the bottom of the cake. We'll see how it comes out after baking. And how cute and wicked are these guys looking. Give it a quick tap to settle the batter, and I'm going to bake in my preheat oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes or until I stick a knife in the center and it comes out clean. See you later, guys. Happy baking. And our yummy, delicious, intoxicating bun is ready, guys. It took about 50 minutes. Baking time can vary depending on your baking pan and oven. Now I'm gonna glaze this baby with some melted butter. This should also help to keep it moist. You can also use a honey and water based glaze. I want to also rub some butter around the sides and at the bottom, so I'm going to take it out from the pan. I'll take my chances and slowly flip it. Wow, perfection. These buns taste amazing with a slice of cheese and a cup of coffee or tea. It's all butter up. Now I can reflip it. I'm gonna slowly cut into and make some slices. In the meantime, if you guys can kindly hit that subscribe button, I will greatly appreciate it. The texture should be dense, but this is still warm. It feels a little loose, but once it's fully cooled down, it should be good. And I can't wait to slap a slice of cheese on one of these. Thanks for watching, guys. Quick reminder, please hit that subscribe button. Stay safe. Love you guys.